Hey everyone, we have RV industry updates, two important headlines that you need to know about. So let's start with the first one, guys. This is going to be from RV Business, dated May 9th, 2023.
So this is based, as Izzy said, on RV Business. It's based off Statistical Surveys research, and they are a Grand Rapids, Michigan-based company, and they track retail and customer data in the RV industry. They have stated that in March 2023, there were 34,900 retail registrations recorded that month, and that is a 28.7% year decrease from 2022, which tallied 49,013 units in March of 22.
So that is kind of reflects also the year to date. So January through March of 23 versus January through March of 22. Again, these are registrations. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about RV shipments, but registrations are actual sales, which is really what matters. So let's talk about some of the numbers. We'll do the numbers for the United States. We'll break them down by category. We'll give you what 22 was versus what 23 was. So let's start with travel trailers, because by far those are the most popular RVs, both in sales and in just manufacturing. So travel trailers, March of 23 at 22,104 registrations versus 29,790. In 2022, a decrease of 25.8%.
Next, we have fifth wheels, which were 5,563. And in 2022, they were 8,005. So that is a drop of 30.5%.
Camping trailers, 589 versus 765, a drop in 23%. Park models, 219 versus 208. That's an increase of 5.3%, but
and
very
it's
small.
The smallest sector here. Yeah. Then moving on to our motorhomes, Class A motorhomes, 1,101, down from 1,225. That's actually not bad, which is good. It's a decrease of 10.1%.
Class C, 1,780 versus 2,240, a decrease of 20.5. And then Class Bs, which were the top sellers, 1154 versus 1503, a decrease of 23.2%.
So they were the biggest decrease in the motorized. Many times they were the largest increase. Now they were the biggest decrease. So Class A's did better.
Let's talk about Canada. Numbers are much smaller in Canada, but
we do have a lot of viewers in Canada. Yep. So travel trailers there, 1,822 in March 2023 versus March 2022 was 4,043. That's a 54.9% decrease. That's pretty big.
Fifth wheels, 236 versus 603, down 60.9%. Again, big percentage with smaller number. Camping trailers, 48 versus 87, down 44.8%.
And then we have park models, a whopping 4. And it was 2, so there's actually increase of 100%.
Class A's, 21 versus 40. Canadians don't like the Class A's, I guess. 21 versus 47, down 55.3%. Class C's are 97 versus 233. That's a big drop, down 58.4%.
And then Class B's, 54, down from 76, so that's a 28.9% drop.
Yeah, we talked about the many reasons that this is happening. Namely, the economy is slowing down. Interest rates just went back up. The inflation just came out for April. It was 4.9% versus 5% in March, so basically unchanged. So now let's get into another important update we have. This is regarding Starlink. Now, we've done quite a few videos on RV Internet, including Starlink, and why we don't have Starlink. We are not Starlink haters. We just don't use it because pretty much everywhere we travel has cellular signal.
You just lied. What's our Wi-Fi?
Starlink sucks, but that's just for entertainment purposes only. But if you go back and we encourage you, go back and watch our video when Starlink first came out for RVs. I try to say like Mystic Mac, right? Like Conor McGregor, like we told you this was going to happen. But we said that
Don't ever say I told you so.
What we said, likely, as more people start to adapt Starlink, you will have deprioritization, you will have increase in prices, and this is exactly what's happening. This is not only because of Starlink, this happens on all different types of products. So starting in May 2023, which is where we're in now, they have changed their plans. It's broken down into 4 plans. You have the standard plan, priority, mobile plan, and then mobile priority. I'll take the first 2, which are pretty much residential. MJ will kind of explain the next 2. The standard plan is for fixed locations only. It replaces what used to be the residential plan, and it gives you your standard low priority for residential. Now, Starlink claims low latency and up to 150 meg download speeds. So just that's kind of the standard. Then you have your priority plan, which is also for fixed locations, but at times of network congestion, the priority plan will get priority.
So then you have the mobile plan, which is used by many RVers. So this is for on the go. And this plan actually offers lower priority access than the standard plan. And it may be slower during times of congestion, which could be a problem for some people. Another issue with this one for some is that it cannot be used on the go.
Right, in motion, no good.
Right.
Which you have to go on to the mobile priority plan.
So the mobile priority plan does offer priority access and can be used in motion. Now, we'll talk about what you're going to pay for these if you choose to use.
Correct. Now, we've done videos on Starlink and RV Internet. You know, you have your hardware and then you have the plan. So we're going to talk about the hardware, which is going to be the equipment that you need to run any of these plans. Right. So there's basically three pieces of hardware, like the different types you have. You have the standard Starlink dish,
which is what you see everybody using.
Correct. So that's going to work for your residential. That will also work for your mobile, but you can't move it. Nothing works in motion. That's $599. You have your high performance Starlink dish, which is also used for fixed locations, but it has a higher gain, so it takes more energy, and it gives a better range as far as like if there's tree coverage, it tends to work a lot better in those situations, which probably works better if you're in an RV because a lot of times you're around trees.
Right.
That's $2,500 for that equipment.
The third one is the flat high performance Starlink dish. This is also priced at $2,500. The difference between this one and the one that Izzy just discussed is that this can be used in motion. This is flat mounted. There's no motors. So this is the one that you would use if you are constantly on the go.
And that's $2,500 also. But this is just me thinking, you know, you would get a high performance Starlink dish because I just talked about tree coverage, right? You can move it, you can put it around. If you have the flat high performance one that's permanently mounted on your roof and you happen to park under trees, it's like a double-edged sword, right? You're paying, I don't know, I don't like that, but both $2,500. Now let's talk about the plans because this is where it starts getting really interesting.
Yes, very.
And we're just going to talk about the mobile plan because this is really an RV channel. So let's kind of talk about the mobile plan. So your standard mobile non-in-motion plan, remember, it's low priority under standard. So the mobile's lower priority, only in times of congestion. So no congestion, you're going to get your normal speeds. It's going to be $150 a month. That is going to be unlimited. And you can use that anywhere in the continental US. Now you can still take that dish around the world, have the global plan, that's $200 a month.
And the next one is mobile priority. Now this is the one that you would use if you did want to use your internet in motion. And let's talk about the prices for this. So for 50 gigs of mobile priority, it would be $250 a month. If you want 1 terabyte of mobile priority, it's $1,000 a month. And then 5 terabytes would be $5,000 a month. Now,
that's insane.
Easy.
Maybe you're on a yacht.
That's pocket change. So the thing with this is, though, if you go past these, you will be charged $2 per gig to go past that. Or
if you want to keep priority.
If you want to keep priority. Or if not, then you would just move back to the mobile that Izzy had talked about, not priority.
One thing with the mobile is that you can pause the service if you want, which is a good thing. Now, let's just talk about, I guess, kind of realistic world. You know, when we are on the RV, we've had times where we've used 600 gigs a month. We're not full-timers. You know, that's if we go like on a 2-week trip. Now, we stream a lot. Maybe we're out of the norm. If you're full-time, I know at home, we use terabytes a month.
Right, we're doing a lot.
So we have a fiber line coming in.
Right.
But we use terabytes a month. People use a lot of data. Now, for some people, this may be just fine. We're being realistic. If you need to use your internet while you're in motion, you're probably going to need a cellular backup.
It really depends on how people live and how they use their internet.
Correct.
Some people don't need as much as some of these provide.
Absolutely, or you can use your cell phone, but like I said, you need a cellular backup. Now, we did a video very recently talking about our internet router plan, our setup, what we have, we'll link it above, and in there, There are routers out there that you can use your unlimited phone plans and they'll work just fine. And we're not going to get to the details of that. It is linked in, it's the information that video that we linked above, and we'll put it down below. Starlink for people that are in remote locations where there's no cellular is a great option. For us, we're not in that boat.
No,
so
not yet.
not yet. And I have a feeling these prices are not going to ever go down. They might stay for a while, but they're probably going to keep going up. So in the comments below, let us know, have you heard about these new Starlink upgrades / upcharges? If so, do you have Starlink? Are you going to keep Starlink? If you do have Starlink, how do you like it? Put it down below. If you like videos like this, to the left of us, we're going to put our RV news playlist. We'll also put our RV newbies playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.